Welcome back to the session. So, last class we saw what are the major roles of communication, wherein we just looked into one of the short video and then we saw the paper clipping and tried to understand that through communication either we can inform the audience or we can persuade the audience. So, not just that, we also had a brief discussion on the purpose of communication, wherein we did understand that communication do happen to exchange the information, to frame the rules and regulations at the board level, and it also requires to implement it at a lower level as well. And then we also saw that through proper communication, the efficiency of the employees can be enhanced, which will help the organizations to achieve the goal as well as the employees also to achieve their goals. And then we also understood that through a proper communication we can solve the problems and have a good decisions, and this will improvise our existence in our society. This will also enable the firm to market their goods and services well, and well communicated will also help them to resolve any kind of controversies if it arises, and leads to employee satisfaction, which in turn contributes to increasing the employee loyalty as well as the morale. Let us move on to the next aspect in today's session, that is communication process or models or types of communication. Now, what do we understand by the model or process or types? As I said, business has evolved in different forms. Now, depending on the form of evolution, depending on the type of team what they have, depending on the personality traits or characteristics, firm can have any type of model. Here there are three models which has been introduced. To start with the first module, we have linear communication model. Linear, the word linear denotes straight, isn't it? This kind of communication model can be adopted in those organizations where there is chain of commands, right? Now, here the purpose of communication is to inform without any expectance of receiving the feedback from the receiver. This is a linear communication model. So, this communication is considered as one-way process, as I said correctly that this kind of model is adopted where the communication has to be passed on, right, to inform. So, it is one-way process. Then the message signal is encoded and transmitted through a channel in the presence of noise. What do you understand here? The message which has to be sent to the audience, it is well understood by the sender and he has encoded his message well, and no matter whatever is the disturbances occurring, the sender is passing on the information to the receiver. So, this happens in this linear model of communication. The sender is prominent in linear model of communication because the sender is sending the message without any expectation from the receiver. So, the communicator plays a prominent role here. And where it is applied? Applied in mass communications like television, radio, newspaper, where there is no feedback. So, this linear model of communication is adopted when there is some kind of a message which has to be conveyed to the audience at a mass. No matter whatever is the disturbances of noise occur, the communicator is intending to communicate to the audience without having any expectation of getting the feedback. and it is applied in mass communications like television, radio, newspaper, etc. So, this is the first model of communication. Let us move on to the next model. The second model is transactional model of communication. Transactional model of communication was adopted by Shannon and Weber. Mr. Shannon came out with this model for the first time. His intention was to maximize the efficiency of communication with minimizing the noise in the telecommunication. But later, it was Weber who took this model and tried to apply it in general. And that is why this transactional model is also known as Shannon and Weber model. Here, there is a sender who is also known as a source. The sender knows what he wants to communicate. So, the sender has the ideas, feelings, thoughts, emotions, which the sender encodes it in a message, and this message is conveyed through the proper channel. Now, it is a source or it is a sender who has to understand what is to be delivered by understanding the receiver in mind, and which channel or the modem has to be used to send this message to the receiver. The different channels, the sender can send it through mail, through written communication, through oral communication, through fax, through telephone. So, any of the channel, the source or the communicator or the sender can choose to send the message what he has encoded, and then that message is reached to the receiver. When the receiver receives that message, he decodes it. He understands it the way he can or way he is expected to, depending on his capacity, and then the receiver will give a message to the sender in the form of feedback. So, what we see in this transaction model? We see a sender, we see after the sender he encodes it in a the message. This message is channelized through a channel, and this is decoded by the receiver, and the receiver will understand and sends back the message to the sender through a form of feedback. So, this transaction model has got 5 stages here: a sender, encoded, channel, decoding, and then the receiver. So, it is a continuous process. What is continuous here? Communication is a continuous process or a two-way process. Unlike the first model, in the first model what we have seen in linear model, the sender will communicate whatever the message he has in his mind to the audience without expecting any kind of a feedback. The intention is to inform. The intention could be to persuade, but there is no feedback taken from the audience. Whereas, in the second model of transaction model, the sender is going to send the message through a channel to the receiver, and the receiver is going to send the feedback to the sender, and that is where the sender will understand whether the receiver has understood the message as he wants. Is there a common understanding between a sender and a receiver? If it is, that means there is an effective communication. It is a two-way process. That is where, let us see, it is an exchange of message between the sender and the receiver, where each takes a turn to send or receive message. So, both are taking the turn either to send some message or either to receive the message. Then both sender and receiver are known as communicator. In the linear model, the sender was a communicator, whereas in the transactional model, both are the communicators. This model is used for interpersonal communication, and it is also called circular model of communication. Why it is called a circular model of communication? Circle means, isn't it? Now here, from the sender, messages are encoded, passed on through channel, it gets decoded, by the receiver it is received, and receiver in turn will give the feedback of the message to the sender. So it is a circular model, two-way process. It is also called a circular model of communication. So this is the second model of communication. Let us move on to the third one. The third model is interactive model of communication. Interactive. Today we are with the tech era, isn't it? Tech has given a lot of advancement in communication as well, has contributed. So we have many of the apps where we interact. Today we are with the robotic era, isn't it? We are not just interacting with the humans, but we are also interacting with the machines. To quote some examples, we have Siri, then we have Alexa, isn't it? We have Chat GPT and so on and so forth. What are we trying to do? Every time a human, when they are making an interaction with the machines, they are getting some response, and such a model we call it as interactive model of communication. So here it is also known as convergence model. It deals with exchange of ideas, messages taking place both ways from sender to receiver and vice versa. The communication process takes place between human or machines in both verbal and non-verbal way. Non-verbal way, how is it possible? Just, I think many of you would have experienced it, something known as telepathy. What do you mean by it? You just constantly look into, you have a habit of looking into the reels in your phones. We have a tendency these days, we don't make use of the TVs, isn't it? We are so much addicted to the mobile, and with the short reels, when we go on, you keep observing something, immediately the mobile will be able to capture your intentions, and then what you intend to look at, it will be coming very frequently. So what is happening? Are you giving any instructions to the mobile? Certainly not. But what your mind wants is well understood through not a verbal way, non-verbal way, and that is where you get what you want to see. So that is where we call it as interactive model of communication. Then this is relatively a new model of communications for new technologies like web. Yes, certainly, as I rightly said, due to the technological advancement, we have this new model which has been come out with. So there are three models of communications which every organization can look at depending on the kind of the business they are involved with. They can go with the linear model of communication where there is one-way traffic. The sender is the communicator. He intends to communicate his thoughts, ideas, feelings or the emotions in the form of message through a modem to the receiver without any expectations of feedback. And this is applicable where you want to go with the mass communication to the audience. Then we have the transactional model, wherein in transactional model we have the source, the sender who has the ideas, encodes these ideas into message and picks up the right channel and sends that message, and this message is decoded by the receiver, and the receiver will understand it, and then the receiver in turn will pass on the communication or the feedback to the sender. So we call this transactional model also as a circular model, which is proposed by Shannon and Weaver. Then the third model we have is an interactive model of communication, wherein the man is going to interact with the machines and the machines is going to reply you back. So interaction between these we call it as interactive model or convergence model of communication. So, we will stop here with this 3 models, we will get back later. Thank you.